Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. Testing 1 2. Hold on. There we go. Um, Stupid me forgot to turn on my headphones because I've been sitting here also for about an hour just thinking about how to. I know what I want to talk about in this episode, but I also want to add something, see if I could rack my brain and stuff. But I had a pretty good 2 days. I was up in Dublin. I did Giggles. And then that was Tuesday, so Wednesday night I went to Stitch's New Material Night to watch some comedy, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit later in the episode. But did the exact same set that I did at Stitches when I bombed at Giggles. Reworded one of the jokes that bombed. Did better, but still, like I cut because I there was a lot of filler in it, so I kind of toned it down. Took some of one of the jokes and replaced it with another one, so it did a lot better. Overall, much better set at Giggles than in Stitches. Um, it was a really good night because like 18 comics. It was pretty good. Uh, can't remember. I think the first night we had a similar turnout because like I've missed a couple of Giggles because of work and other commitments and whatnot. So it was good to see like a really nice show. Um, uh, uh, no, I had a lot of fun at Giggles on Tuesday. I know, like I was saying before, I want to get out to a non-comedy crowd, um, and kind of check out because see, like I was saying, playing in comedy clubs is is good. It's very good for developing stuff, but that's a club audience that's expecting comedy, whereas in Bar Ella, some people aren't expecting comedy. But overall, it was really like I mean, there was like I said, there was 18 comedians, and some of them I've met before, some of them I haven't, and it's just like a really, like I said before, Giggles is a nice supportive crowd. Um, if you're starting out in comedy, I would highly recommend going down there and doing your first set. Very nice supportive crowd. Connor Ward was the MC that night. Um, like I went to the very first Giggles that ever happened, which was actually where is it? Yeah, on the 15th of February, and yeah, it was pretty like I said, it was about I don't know, it was like 20 comics I think that night. Like I went like on to the about 10 like 12 o'clock in the morning, or well 12 at night, not in the morning. But it was just really fun and nice atmosphere. I really enjoyed myself. There was some really good jokes. Vittorio, who's a veteran of comedy, he's been doing it for like 23 years. He has a new joke that odd like had me stitches laughing. Haha, stitches. Where I went to it next night. Um, but yeah, really enjoy myself. Happy with that set. So I will retweet, retweet. There's something on my eye. I don't know. Retweak one of the jokes, kind of rewrite it a little bit just to see if I could push it a little further. But definitely, what I have noticed is one I have like a really short joke, and it has never not gotten a laugh. It's actually a really good one. I thought it was kind of it is funny, but it's kind of a funny, silly, funny one. So it's kind of it's not really, well, it is a pun, but I've actually added bits to it with segue into it, but that segue bit isn't as funny as the actual joke itself. And then when I was at Stitches, Nia Mai was there, my Vietnamese comic friend, and he was making pun jokes, and he had this one about like name and regions. Basically, a country with regions that sound like pastas. So it was like, and he was going around. He goes, "Look, here's this big, and here's this the he was using kind of the pasta puns and whatnot. And one of the comedians, when she was on stage, she was chatting to the audience, and there was people there from Italy. And the minute I heard that, I can't remember, she said something like pasta people, and I turned around to him, and I made that pun joke. And me and him were laughing for like 5 minutes solid. I'm still laughing about it now, but it was really a funny experience because people in the at the comedy club, like Stitches, thought that we were like, because we laughed for like about 5 minutes straight, and they all thought we were laughing from the joke that the comic on stage said. She was very very funny, but that's no, I don't think it was 18. I think it was someone else, but that's not the reason why we were laughing. But it was very 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 funny. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. There was a great host of comedians that night, and and yeah, like two good nights of comedy, both performing and watching. Um, I always, I enjoy watching comedy as well as performing. Getting to meet, there's a couple of comedians at Stitches that I hadn't seen in a while, so it was great to catch up with them. Because we are all sitting in the comedians' corner, we're having a laugh, talking about comedy, specials we've seen and stuff like that. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Like so that was gig 29, I think, this year. Yeah, no, 28. So two more gigs and reach my goal of 30. Woo! I think it's definitely possible. Work will get very busy for me next couple of weeks, but I'm looking at the calendar. If it pops up for me, there we go. Definitely possibilities to get some gigs in before the Christmas madness starts. Like nearly coming to the end of this year. Nearly also nearly coming to the 100th episode of the podcast, because this episode is 98. So in 2 weeks' time, it will be 100 episodes since I started this. I was like I was kind of planning a big guest episode, but logistics and all that would be difficult. I was also planning to have a guest episode, but like I said, logistics planning, and because like I said, work, comedy, and other things popping up, so I'm not exactly sure if I'll be able to, but definitely try and get more guest episodes in the future. It's just kind of scheduling and stuff like that. Ow. Oh, my ear is really sore. And yeah, basically scheduling stuff like that is one of the main reasons why you haven't seen too many guest episodes. So it's just been me for a while. But definitely trying in the new year get a lot of more guests in. And my ear really hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there because my ear is just fucking annoying me now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 great days of both performing and watching comedy. Getting the joke better, kind of at the stage where I'm happy with it. And I suppose that's about it, as usual. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. And you can also buy this podcast sticker. It's €2.50. And that includes postage shipping if you want one. Sorry about that. I'm really tired. I've been fucking on work all day. Like, I've been on the go since 7:30. It's been mad. Like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you can buy if you want the podcast sticker. You just go on my reach out to me on my social medias or email me, and I'll get one out to you. And that's pretty much wraps it up for this week's episode. Next week's episode will be about I don't know what. Um, there'll be a comedy vlog at some stage as well. When I shot before I went to Giggles in the morning, and I think that's about it. So that's this week's episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I shall see you all next week.